This is Leah, and I'm here for our reading for June 19th through next Friday. Happy Juneteenth to all my Black friends and beloveds. I hope you have a great day. So much fun. Have so much fun. We are off to the beach tomorrow, no, Sunday, with our friends for our yearly staycation-y vacation where we go to the island that my husband's great-grandfather lived on, and so I'm very excited to do that. And we're busy getting the house ready and our love for the stuff and packing the car. It's a lot, and it's really fun, and I'm very excited that we're here. Kids just finished school. We are here. Summer vacation. Boom. Let's go. So I'm here with our reading. It's going to be, if you're new, we always do a circle. Think of it as like concentric circles. And we start with the furthest away from us. So that's the community aspect. So anything relating to how we're going to care for or get care from community, the world at large, acquaintances. It's just like a really huge circle that's like everything further than our closest friends and family and home. Then the next card is for our friends, family, and home. Very close circle. This reading is geared toward care. So how do you care for your home this week? How do you care for your family this week? How do you receive care and nourishment from that circle? And then the final one is self. So we'll do all three. I'll lay them down, and then we will go through them. So last week we had such a positive circle of cards, but I do think that we moved a lot of really heavy things collectively. That sort of feeling that was there, that ripple effect, that like internal realignment. I feel like people I spoke to or was exposed to were really going through a bit of changes, and I myself settled into some big changes that we had been building up toward. It was like this was the time to make the changes. We're going to do this style. If you watch these readings or you're regular at this, I pull the cards in totally different ways, different weeks. Really depends on what the cards are telling me. And this day, they wanted me to just pick. So for our outer circle, we have the garden, which is making sense here because everything's in bloom in Maine. But even metaphorically, this is appreciating the fruits of your labor or the fruits of somebody else's labor, if we're getting care. Okay, for family and circle, house and whatnot, and this one's the one, and it is Fata Morgana, who we've had a bunch. She's back. I feel like I never got this card, personally. And then last year, around now, March-ish, 2025, I started getting that card a lot, and I think other people as well. And I have thoughts about that. Okay, and then finally for self, all of our self, everybody's self, not just me self. Oh, we got Throne of Spiders. She's back. She is back. Okay, in a different spot. I don't think we've had her there. Maybe we have. It's hard to keep track. Okay, so here we are. Da-da-da. Fata Morgana is interesting because she's this beautiful woman on the top, and then she's actually like Morgana. She's an old lady. So that's kind of interesting. So let's go from out to in to out. We've got our garden. The garden is in full bloom. It is tended to lovingly. So I feel like this is getting your flowers or appreciating the work that you have been doing, nurturing community, nurturing connections in your world, and then kind of bringing everyone together in sort of like a celebration, whether that's in real time, like face to face, or if it's more, just sending a note out to say, hey, I appreciate you, all the work that you've done, all the work that we've done together, just reaching out and appreciating the fruits of your labor and or the fruits of other people's labor. So if you've been working together with an organization on something, like, is there a celebration that's going on? Maybe that's what's happening. I'm feeling like garden club, garden show vibes. Do you know what I mean? Like when a neighborhood has like all these people come through and you're like, come see my garden, come see my garden, come see my garden. There's a little bit of like, come see my garden energy. That's really pleasant. Like, it's really nice. It's really heady and it's very open. Like, this energy feels very open-ended. So whatever makes sense to you here, just like reach out, get the beauty around you, appreciate the things in your community that are beautiful, that are easily accessible, that are blooming, flowering, growing, and just like lean into that. It's really lovely. And then, if there's work to be done, like maybe there's some work to be done. Maybe you want to cut some flowers. Maybe you want to do a little weeding. Like, is there something to do in this? Maybe not. Maybe it's just pure joy. We've been getting some entertainment and some joy cards, so that could be it. For in the family, in the inner circle, Fata Morgana, this is a discernment about what you want moving forward. So, this is often like a warning card, like, hey, things aren't always what they seem. Don't be drawn in by some pretty packaging for something that might not be great. Scams come to mind. Buying like a used car that looks really good, but then actually it's a lemon. That whole kind of feeling. This is a little bit of the fives. This is a little bit more intentional. Like, this person is trying to pass themselves off as someone else. So be on the lookout for that. But also, more what I'm feeling in this particular sense, in this particular spread, is that she's here to say, what's losing its luster? What has been one thing and now is showing itself to be something else? So, relating it back to my work with families and getting everything simplified and aligned with values, it's time for me to sign up my son for soccer, right? For the fall. Is this the moment that we say, for us, yes, we're doing the same exact soccer program we did before. It's very light. He loves it. Have you been doing something that doesn't align anymore and you want to change it for next year? Are you saying, this used to feel good, or I thought it was going to be something, but it was something else and I'm not doing that next year? Or, hey, I know we painted the bedroom blue because we thought it was going to be really nice, but it's actually really depressing. Can we just paint it white? Like, there's something changed. There's some kind of flip here where you need to be brave and speak to the people in your circle, in your family, about changing something that maybe you just agreed to, or maybe you're planning something that you don't want to plan anymore. It's not feeling good anymore. There's a little bit of like, no, we're not going to do that, actually. Turns out we're not going to do that. And I'll come back to you next week and I'll tell you if something like that came up for us. That would be really interesting. And then we've got, for ourselves, Throne of Spiders. And I'm just trying to figure out why. Why do we have Throne of Spiders? Okay. It's not... Alright, they're telling me not to get so hung up on the meaning of it and focus on the webs. So Throne of Spiders is like being deceived in some way, which is similar to this. And this has come up in community. It was very clear to me exactly what this was about. But here, I'm feeling like there's a scarab beetle as well on this card. Yeah. What is this for self? What do we do this week? We clear the cobwebs. We take care of our children. Okay. So there might be a storm coming in your life. Your life being all of us, but like this might make sense to you individually for something coming up. So there might be something coming up in the next month or so, and you would do well to get ready for it now. Whether that be cleaning something out so that you're ready to receive more stuff, whether that be doing some internal grief time to clear out so that you're ready to take on more, or something joyful. It doesn't have to be bad. This isn't necessarily a bad thing that's coming up. This is clearing out in preparation for something more coming in. I know I mentioned in the winter having a month's worth of food on hand, which a month's worth of food is not a huge amount of food if you count the stuff that's in your pantry. If you're counting we love rice, and we have many different types of rice. So we have a 15-pound bag of sushi rice that we go through fairly quickly. And then we have a 5-pound bag of brown short grain rice. And then we have risotto. And then we have quinoa. And then we have some polenta. And then we have some coarse ground cornmeal. And there's also farro. So if I actually broke down all of the different grains and beans in this house, we could probably live a pretty long time on those. Right? They're just things that we have in rotation. They don't sit that long, but we're using them and replenishing them. They're always there. So when I say a month's worth of food, I don't mean one of those bins of ready to eat emergency meals. I'm talking about just if something were to happen with your local grocery store, with your finances, with the food supply, you have food on hand, so it's not such an emergency. And if you have the means, you have the space, and you have the capability to maintain and circulate through that food, you could have some food for neighbors as well. That's not something that's normal for a lot of people, especially if you're rural or you live out away from a grocery store. It's pretty normal to have that much food because, if you got snowed in or something, then you can't get to the store. You need to have that kind of backup. That's the type of food resource I'm talking about. Not a stockpile, but just something that you can stretch for a long period of time. That could be there. There could be planting a garden. There's just a measure of planning here. Planning for the next few weeks. For me, that looks like maybe I'm planning very heavily to go on this trip, and we bring all of our food. So there's a bit of I have to bake so that we have the baked goods, because I don't want to bring all the ingredients. I'd rather just bake it here, bring it, we'll have it there. So there's a little bit of that. And then going into summer for us, I feed the kids more during the summer because at school they get a certain amount of food just as part of the way that the main public school system runs. In the summer, that's not the case. So I have to plan a little bit for that. There's just a little bit of it's sticky. It's a sticky, spiderwebby. We've got to break through something, and you want to prepare for something, and it doesn't feel like a cataclysmic global event. I'm saying there's something in the next few weeks that you should just get a handle on. Maybe I should sit down and work on that tax extension so that we're not pushing that off into August, there's something. So for the whole reading, to put it all together, bottom of the deck energy. I've been really loving that the last few weeks. We got the enemies. Okay, cool. That's cool to see. All right. The enemies They're just like fighting. They're just like fighting old dudes. Um, and they're almost identical. Um, so yeah, okay. So if the enemies are like an energy that's informing this, this is about the push pull. This is about like the conflicts that we're in. Like there's just so much conflict going on outside and maybe inside in your home. I don't know, but with that kind of push pull, that kind of like equal force kind of energy, we have see the beauty in your community, really feel the limitlessness, the possibility, and appreciate the blooms and all of the beautiful things that are going on. Be aware of the things that you have been engaged in that maybe you want to let go of because they no longer feel right for you. And let those go. And letting that go is also preparing for something to come in the next few weeks. Just like gathering your supplies. If a spider is consistently, building a web, the web falls apart, it builds a new web. There's just a little bit of like being active in your own care and in your own survival, like your own making sure you're ready. Like I'm going to plant these tomatoes so that I eat tomatoes. It's like not a helpless thing. It's like, hey, something's coming up. I'm going to get ready for it. I know what I can control. I know what I can control. I'm going to do it. I might need to let some things go. I might need to let some physical things or some obligations or even a friendship maybe go so that like I can engage in all the beauty around me and feel secure in that like I'm ready for whatever's coming, whatever that is for you. It's a smaller thing. It's not a global thing. I know I said that, but I want to reiterate, this is like in 3 weeks, I'm going to have 10 people at my house. So I should actually like just start getting ready now. Something like that. Something very immediate in your family, in your life. Summer kind of thing. So there you go. That's the reading for today. And the garden's falling.